everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing really well. You may remember from last year that I was sent a few things from the wonderful Arteza to review on my channel, and I put their products to some really great use in 2019, and it was one of my personal highlights working with them last year. And a few days ago they reached out again and asked if I'd like to have a look at some of their new products. Had a bit of a ganders, and I have to say some things really jumped out to me, and I thought that I would pick some bits out that kind of follow on from what we did last year, because they have brought out some new collections and expanded a couple of things, and I thought it would be quite useful to compare the two, because there's different pack sizes, different actual sizes of products. They've brought out some completely new things that I think are really fun and playful. So let's jump in and see what they have to offer in 2020. So I'm going to start with the thing that I am probably most excited about. In fact, I've got three things to show you. Two of them are of equal excitement levels to me, and the first one is a brand new pack of wooden slices. Now you may remember, and I have dug out the previous things that they've sent me, like the bits that I've got left anyway, so that we can do a comparison between the two, because last year, and you guys loved these, thank you so much again, but they sent me the pack of 45 smaller wooden slices. So you may remember that I was doing a lot of wooden slice painting, especially leading up until Christmas. And just to show you a typical wooden slice from this pack, this is one of them. So they're really nice, they're really smooth to work on, they've been sanded down, they've already been prepped. The box actually describes them as natural pine wood with bark, pre-sanded, polished, smooth surface, perfect for arts and crafts. They've also got a hole pre-drilled into them, but they also came with a big bundle of twine as well that you could cut to the length that you wanted, so they weren't pre-cut, and that's something I also really appreciated as part of this pack. These ones measure between 6 and 7 centimetres in diameter, and as you can see, if I pull them back a bit, because it's one thing showing you up here and then pulling them back, they are quite diddy, they're quite tiny, and my only criticism from these when I was using them last year was I would like to have seen a bigger size from them. So I'm really happy to report that they have brought out a bigger size. They also have a large, but they're out of stock at the moment, but I went for these ones and I thought I'd crack them open and do a comparison, and also at the end of the video maybe paint another animal. Let's do it. So I don't know if these ones come with thread. I also don't know if they've been drilled, but it says on the front of the box that they are an 8.9 to 10.2 centimetre diameter, so they are a little bit bigger. Oh yes, nice and chunky. Okay, these are exactly the kind of thing that I had in mind. You can see the size difference, and for the type of work that I was doing, I would have really appreciated them being just a tad bigger. So there's not a huge jump, but it still is quite, you know, it's quite a big difference and a much bigger surface area to work with. But it's not massive, it's not like, I'd like to see how big the large ones are. Shall we just have a quick look and see what size they are? Wow, so the large ones come as a pack of 8 and they retail at $49.99. Ooh, that's quite a jump, but they are like double the size and then some of this one, but I think this is the perfect size for the kind of thing that I had in mind. These ones don't come pre-drilled, and to be honest, I can understand why they've done that, because some people might want to make coasters, some people actually might not want them drilling, whereas these ones I think are advertised as like hanging ornaments, the smaller size. So, and then I guess it also gives you more freedom than just a hanging ornament product if you haven't got them drilled. And as I say, it's not too much trouble to just get a drill out. So if you have a drill, then that's okay. If you don't, that could be a problem, but they are the perfect size. I'm very happy with those. We'll do something with these at the end of the video. So these are the pencils from last year. So the next product is a new set of pencils, and this excites me a lot, and I'll tell you why. I have more thoughts on these, and I thought it would be a great chance to just go back to these very briefly and then see what the bigger pack has to offer and see if they tick any of the boxes that I would have liked to have seen and feedback that I had from the first tin. I use these for my realism because at the moment I'm trying to grow my pencil collection, so whilst I do prefer other brands, I think these ones are still a really high quality value for money brand that you can go for, and the colour selection is amazing. If I just show you the back, you really do get a really awesome, and that's something that I love about Arteza as a brand across the whole board, is their colour spectrums are incredible. The value for money as well. I'm going to tell you how much these ones cost, and then we're going to move on to the bigger pack. So I've actually done my research for this video. I hope you're proud of me. So this pack retails at £35.83, and for the amount of pencils you get in this tin, that is incredible value for money. They're actually on sale at the moment for £27.99. Just to prove to you guys that I really do love these pencils. I mean, this is the size of one of them, and this is how they start out. So I have been using these pencils a lot. And if you watch my studio vlogs, I'm currently working on my realism pet portrait cat for a friend, and I've been using my Arteza pencils alongside all of my other ones, so I really do use these ones. I love them to bits. So the fact that they have now released an even bigger pack, and this one is 120 pencils, and again I will tell you the prices as I open these so you can compare them and see what you think. So the pack of 120 retails at £68.99, and they are currently on sale for £59.99, so there's a bit of a saving there. I think there's a child outside playing with some sort of electric scooter or a racing car or a... Can you hear that? Not now. Not now. The next street along is better. It's a better location. The next street along. So the tin is the same size, just a bit chunkier. So is it just me? The fact that these would, you know, just sit nicely together just satisfies me. It's not like it's a completely different shape or size tin, apart from being a bit wider. Just like me straight after Christmas. So here we go, pack of 120. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness. The colour range, heavens above, is just... Ooh! So they are the expert collection as well. I think they do a couple of different, depending on what you're looking for. Maybe you just want, you know, some colouring book pencils, and they do things for kids too. So they have like 2 different collections, I think, and then they have like the professional range, which is expert or premium. I don't quite know how they word it between products. But these are the expert ones, which are the same as my pack of 72. So I won't swatch all of these because 1 will be here forever, and 2, they should be exactly the same as the previous set, just a bigger collection of colours, which, oh my goodness, is crazy. So this one has a pack of 5 trays, and I'm just going to whip each of them out just to have a look at them. There's a lot more pastels in here as well, which excites me. A lot more softer colours, I think, at the moment, and it helps that I'm currently working on a realism piece, but I have been looking for more neutral shades and more like pastel neutral shades, so the fact that they are showing up in here, oh, I just want to get some drawing done now. Oh, there's more greys in this one as well. So I remember from the first set that whilst there were grey colours in that one, there are some more down here, and they don't have these shades. So there's dolphin grey. I don't actually, in fact the best way to do this, Ellis, would just be to flip the pack of 72 tin over, and then we can have a look. So smoke is one that I already have. Steel grey. Steel grey is a new one, as is dolphin grey. Fog grey is a new one. Stone, is that a new one? Yes. So, oh, this is very exciting. I love a good pencil. There's also white quartz. Yeah, white quartz I think must be their generic, just white colour, but robin egg blue. Ooh, and that's another thing I love about Arteza. The names they give to their colours are just adorable. Peaches and cream, marmalade orange. Oh yes, pumpkin orange. Honey, yellow. Yellow ochre. It's not that exotic, is it? However, camel brown is something I can get behind. Hello, camel brown. So that's tray number 3. Let's look at tray number 4. Ah, so there's more darker colours as well. Yeah, the first tin, well the previous in the pack of 72 was lacking in these colours. There's more pinks. There's more of everything. Oh my goodness, there's even more greys. Oh, and metallics. Oh, so there's just when you thought, so there's more greys down here. Ash black is a new one. Onyx black. Oh, stunning. Stunning name. Sage is one that I've used previously because I remember because I remember picking that one out when I was doing the cat. We had this shadow grey, elephant grey is one that we've had in the previous pack, cloudy grey. Oh my goodness, I'm just so happy to see a much broader collection of colours, and there's even some metallics in here. So there's dreamy blue. I'll do some cutaways as well so you can actually see what I'm talking about here. But there's copper. I don't recall seeing metallics in the previous set. No, I can't see them on here unless I'm being completely blind, but there is, oh, mushroom grey. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So there's gold, copper, there is a unicorn purple, which we all know is going to be a favourite with me, silver, dreamy blue, and then we go on to the purple colours at the end of this sheet tray. These excite me a lot, and well done Arteza for bringing out an even broader colour spectrum. So pencils, really happy with these, and as I say, they really are a great value for money. So if you're starting out, I really like using them for realism, but you could use them as just colouring pencils for your colouring books. Or does anybody else get this excited over pencils? So the last thing, I have to be honest with you guys, isn't really my cup of tea. I thought it would be, hence why I went for one. I thought it would be much smaller, but I didn't. It's my bad, I didn't check the measurements online, and depending on how you sit with these sorts of things, you might be really happy to see that it's a bigger size carry case. They do advertise this as a pencil case, which is probably why in my head I expected it to be half the size of this thing, but it's a great little carry case. It's literally like a suitcase for art supplies. I'm just gonna level with you guys now. The only reason this isn't for me is because I don't want to be greedy and hang on to it just for the sake of it. I know for a fact my sister would love this. So yeah, while I could force myself to break out of what I like to do with my art supplies, I mean, I'm the sort of person that likes to put them in pen pots and have them on my desk. I use them regularly, and I'm also primarily more of a digital artist. There's no way that I would take realism to a coffee shop and work, for example, or actually feel a need to take a carry case of this sort of size away with me, because I'm very shy and I hate getting my work out in public spaces, and I don't really go anywhere to warrant taking such a big case with me. If it was smaller, don't get me wrong, if I go away anywhere and I want to take some supplies, I take a really small pouch with me, but for something of this sort of size, I don't want to hang on to it just for the sake of it. And whenever I get sent or gifted anything, I like to share it with my loved ones and my friends and my family, and I just know my little sister would absolutely adore this for her art supplies. I mean, it is literally like a suitcase, and it holds, hang on, more research coming, it can hold up to 205 pens or pencils, and they also suggest that it can be made for makeup as well, like you can take your makeup brushes in this. They have this design and one other one, but I went for the colourful one because it was so beautiful. And I have to say as well, it's really sturdy. But inside there's these flaps. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then areas on both the back and the front, and they've all got like little pockets so that you can slide your pens and pencils into them. I think my sister will go crazy for this, and as I say, I think it's really lovely. It's really well made. It's a great carry case. She could take it to school with her, and I just want to be completely honest and just tell you guys, the reason I'm not hanging on to it is because it's just too big, and it's not the sort of thing that I would use for my pens and pencils when needing to take them away anywhere or store them anywhere. I'm looking at all of my pens and pencils now. They're in like pen pots on my desk, so there's one for markers, one for fine liners, one for pencils, and that's how I like it. But this one retails at $15.99, so again, incredible value for money. It's just the one thing that I think about when I think Arteza. I just think if I want to try something new, it's probably the brand that I would go to, because I've had such a great experience so far with them. I wanted to try gouache, for example, for quite a long time, and I was looking at all different brands. And if you've ever looked into a new art supplies before and you're just like, I want to try watercolour, for example, or acrylic, and you look at the cost of art supplies and you're like, well, what if I don't like it? And then I've bought all of these paints and I don't actually like that medium. I found with Arteza that it's a great way to explore a different medium whilst also not completely breaking the bank, and you get a decent experience from them. They're not the most premium brand in the world, they're not the best performer in the world, but they're a great way to just test the waters, and that's what I really, really like about them. And as I've said, with the pencils, the gouache, the wooden slices, what else have I used? The markers. They really are a brand that I will revisit and continue to use. They don't just sit there gathering dust. So that said, shall we paint a wooden slice?